So you may have seen the new bike I got. There it is. It's an ADR XR. Oh yeah, just kidding. It happens to be hiding under this beautiful sheet. Don't tell my wife, she's been looking for it. Ready for the grand reveal?
Excellent!
So we've got a Thruxton R.
Yarr!
Of course, when you get a new bike, what do you do to it? Well, you've got to modify it. Stock is good, but aftermarket is best. A couple things just to talk about this bike. First, kind of do like a little mini review on it. Some of the things I really like about this bike a lot are the brakes. This bike has ridiculous stopping power. I cannot believe how well the brakes work on this thing. It's actually slightly scary if you're not used to them, because I'll tell you what, they rock and roll very, very quickly. The rear brakes are good as well, but the front brakes, you could do an endo on this thing if you weren't careful. Of course, you're watching this and you're saying, what an idiot, doesn't he realize that they have ABS? Yes, it does have ABS, so hopefully the ABS would stop that from happening, but the bike does an unbelievable job at stopping. Second off, the power delivery is awesome on this thing. I love it. Nice and low. Of course, it's still in break-in, so I didn't really wind her up, give her a hot supper. But the power is nice and low, not like some of the rice rockets out there. Seating position's actually pretty good. A lot of you know I have some back issues from an injury. So the pegs, I have to be very, very careful about what bikes I can ride. I usually like the Scramblers and Explorer type bikes. But the pegs on this are really actually nice because they're almost directly underneath your seat. They're not forward at all. And that riding position lends itself if you have lower back issues. The suspension, oh my word, the suspension on this is unbelievable. Showa forks up front, big diameter tube Showa forks, and they're all adjustable. So all of the suspension is adjustable on this very well. The rear shocks, Öhlins, very, very nice as well. I only got one ride in on this bike. It was about 90 miles, just because of the time of year. But I really did enjoy the ride, and I went down some pretty bumpy roads. And the suspension's a little on the stiff side, but I gotta dial it in. Everybody talks about the bike and how much they love it and all this other stuff. I'm going to be objective in my review. Yes, I love the bike because I just bought it. First off, the factory exhaust. It sounds okay from the factory, but it's just super quiet. Second off, the stock seat that it comes with, which we're going to review in another video, is terrible. And it does not come with tank pads, which you see already installed as well. So I'll be discussing those in other videos as well. The other thing that I'm not too keen about, which again we're going to have to change, is this rear fender. It's plastic. I mean, it looks like a fender flare off my truck. So kind of disappointed that Triumph would cheap out on that, but maybe they're just assuming everybody's gonna take it off anyways. The front blinkers look stupid. They're like just sitting out there like, hey everybody, look at me, I'm a blinker. For a trick bike like this, I'm surprised that Triumph didn't do something different than that. I think they did an awesome job with, oh, I'm going back into the awesome stuff again, with the look of the engine, because it's air-cooled look. With the fake carburetors, it's actually liquid-cooled with fuel injection. There's a radiator, but they hide it well. Pretty cool. There's a built-in radiator shield, so you don't have to put one of those on unless you have money to waste. Also, the exhaust has a cross right after the beginning of the headers, so that's kind of cool. On the 800s that I've reviewed in the past, as you know, they do have a pretty good unbalanced situation going on there. So all in all, super nice bike. I like the matte black. Stay tuned. We're going to have a new slew of videos coming out. I hope you like the new format. Feel free to like and please leave a comment.